coated strings. Here's a pack of coated strings. These are Elixirs. I think there are loads of others like Clear Tone. Well, perhaps there's not loads of it. So Clear Tone, Elixir, there's probably another one. I don't know. Anyway, Elixir do Nanoweb and Polyweb. I think the difference between the two is that the Nanoweb is a thinner coating and the Polyweb is a thicker coating. The Nanoweb sounds like a new string, where a Polyweb sounds like a played-in string. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I got out of it. Also on the pack, I'm not picking on Elixir at all. I'm just because these are just readily available. Some people say that the Polywebs are better. But the problem with Polywebs is finding a supplier. A YouTuber has very nicely sent a link to an eBay listing where you can buy them for £9 each. What gets me about this is, I'll come to that. I'll come to this £9 for a set of strings, or £10 or I think I purchased these. I purchased these deliberately. I just went to my supplier. I went to my supplier of strings, where I get my normal strings from, and I just ordered them. I didn't look for a better price. I just went just like a normal person would. Pack of strings, how much? By the time I got them, it's like 14 quid. By the time I paid for postage and stuff like that, it's like 14 quid. I mean, yeah, I could have paid 9 quid or 10 quid, but you know, I just went through the right channels. So anyway, these strings last 3 to 5 times longer. No, they don't. They don't last 3 to 5 times longer. Let's get this right. It says on the packet that tone lasts 3 to 5 times longer. Tone. There. Okay. Also on the back of the packet it says Elixir strings last 3 to 5 times longer than ordinary strings without compromising tone. So what they're saying here is they're saying the makers of this aren't saying the strings will last longer than your string. They won't break as easily. They're just saying the tone will last longer. So these guys aren't making any, these guys aren't saying, oh, your strings won't break so easily or so quickly. They're not saying that. They're saying that the tone will last longer than the strings you got now. If you're one of those guys that got strings on and you don't break them and you have them on for months and you never break them, these are perfect for you. Absolutely perfect. If you're a guy like me that will do a gig and then once that gig's done, you'll maybe the next day you'll pick the guitar up and play the guitar and you'll snap a string. These are not for you. Bold statement from me, but point is, the proof is in the pudding, so I'm going to try a set. And I was going to try a set and then come back to you and say, oh right, this is what I did, this is how many hours I did, blah blah. I'm going to come back with a different video about that, but I wanted to do this pre-sticking them on because I wanted it to be documented, what I've just said, because I firmly believe that is absolutely true. Also, part of this YouTube video is to say to you, well, why don't you go and get a set? You try it as well. I mean, if you're kind of like a bedroom guitar player, it might not. These are great, probably because they'll just, you wouldn't have to change your string for ages. But I mean, even more importantly, if you're a gigging guitar player and you gig all the time, give these a try, and you know, come back to me. Tell me what you think of these. I mean, because the really only way to test anything, any of your equipment, is to take it out on the road or to gig it, or you know, or even if you're not gigging, you rehearse with these strings, you know, on a regular basis to see how long they last compared with the strings that you have. Yes, I know the tone will last longer, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, are they going to snap just as easy, or do they last a little bit longer, i.e. snap rate of your old strings. So that's what I'm interested in. The other thing I'm interested in about these strings, obviously they've got a coating on, which makes them feel, it makes them feel a bit nicer. So if you suffer with calluses and you know, or your fingers get a little bit sore and stuff like that, these might be pretty good. You know, these might be pretty good to help you. But anyway, that aside, the other point I wanted to make is the price. The price of these strings are astronomically crazy. Right? Now I want to get this right, because people are saying the strings last 3 to 5 times longer, i.e. their strings will last 3 to 5 times longer, i.e. they won't have to change them because they're snapped. It's not that. I keep saying this, I keep going back to it. Anyway, I'll stop that, right? I'm going to stop that. So because they last 3 to 5 times longer, however you want to take that, however you want to perceive, however you want to work that out in your brain, if you think that means they last 3 to 5 times longer without snapping, whatever, that means you're willing to pay double, if not more, for a packet of strings than you would do normally. So with that in mind, you know, I always thinking, well, say for example they did. Let's just say for example after I do a test, which I'll do in the next video, they did last longer. I could prove it because I'm going to count the time I play the guitar. I'm going to count it, but I'm only going to play the guitar in a working environment. It's going to get sweat on it. It's going to get some real wear and tear. I mean, some proper wear and tear. So we're going to do that test. But anyway, the other thing is, say they work great. If they work great, the next thing I'll be looking at is say, like, how do I get these cheaper? How do I get these strings cheaper? Because damned if I'm paying £14 for another pack, even if they did last 3 times longer, which they won't, right? So they won't. But if they do last 3 times longer, would you pay 14 quid for it? No, because it's still cheaper for me to buy 3 sets of strings than it would be to buy one set of these. So there you go. So so I had a bit of a look around, see if I could buy them cheaper elsewhere, and I found a website. Obviously, we were sent a YouTube link where you can buy them for £9. I didn't check see if there's any postage or package or anything like that. But I'm actually looking at it now. I'm just going to get my calculator out. I found. So I'm doing this live, right? Okay, because divide that by 5 sets. I found a website where I can get these strings, polywebs, not nanowebs, polywebs, which is harder to get hold of, for £3.76 each. There you go, I've said it. I'll send you the link. Go and have a look. They might be fake. I don't know. I haven't tried them. You know, I can't buy everything and work it out for you guys. You're going to have to just do it yourself. But for £3.76, it might be worth you buying a set, waiting about a week or so for them to come through in the post, and give them a whirl yourself. Please let me know, because I'm going to do it. I've already ordered some, because I'm going to test them, and I'll test everything out in my next video. But in the meantime, why don't you do it? I'll put a link below, and you can go and have a look. We'll take it from there. Anyway, so but I still don't think they last 3 to 5 times longer. Tonally, yes. Breaking wise, nah. Catch you later.